All right, good afternoon, and thank you, Chairman Hardwick, Vice Chair Deal, and Ranking Member Ani, and committee members. I am State Representative Emily Weber from District 24, which is the Midtown Downtown area of KC. I'm here to present my bill, HB 2036, and I will let the other representative introduce himself as well.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. My name is Anthony Ely. I represent District 36, this is Jackson County, and Emily and I have the same bill. Thank you.
Okay, so today I want to talk to you about Elijah's Law. 1 in 12 children have a food allergy, and 25% of students that have anaphylactic shock or reactions in school have no prior allergy prior to that. So that was quoted in a Most Policy study that we had completed last session as well. So this is a bipartisan bill that Rep. Ely and I have been sponsoring for 2 years now. Rep. Schulte actually he had a hearing in healthcare reform, and it was actually voted out with no opposition yesterday. So this bill has been voted out of committee. So Elijah's Law will require licensed child care providers to adopt an allergy prevention and response. The Department of Elementary and Secondary Education must develop prevention and response before July 1st, 2025, and then it would be adopted before July 1st, 2026. Representative Ely and I have met Elijah's parents over Zoom. And I want to give you a brief story about Elijah because I feel like it's very important to why this legislation came to place. Elijah Silvera was a 3-year-old boy who died in 2017 of an allergic reaction to a dairy product in New York. Elijah's parents did everything they could to advocate for their little boy. She made sure that the daycare facility had an EpiPen. She provided one for them. They had a meal plan that was in order to make sure that they understood that he was not allowed to get any dairy products. Also weren't allowed to touch dairy and then also touch his food to give it to him. The issue happened where a daycare employee gave Elijah a grilled cheese sandwich. That is what ended his life. So the responses that they went into, they didn't abide what she had provided them. You know, if he goes into shock, if he starts choking, you instantly give him that EpiPen. They didn't do that. He unfortunately passed away in the hospital. So since this tragic accident, Elijah's parents have advocated for children in child care facilities to have a place of action in case a child goes into anaphylactic shock. The goal of Elijah's Law is to increase food allergy awareness and to provide a safer environment for children with food allergies in child care facilities. It aims to reduce the risk of life-threatening allergic reactions in these facilities to ensure that children with food allergies are protected while in these child care facilities. I want to add that I would like to see this bill go a little bit farther, but because we understand, and we did not want to have a huge fiscal net on this, and we understand that child care facilities right now are in, they're strapped for funds. And we understand that. They're also needing more daycare employees, and they need to pay them a living wage. So we did not mandate any of these child care facilities to have EpiPens on site. We did require them to have a procedure and a plan of action to basically mimic what our school districts have already in place. In Kansas City, our city councilwoman, Andrea Boo, has been working with our Kansas City Health Department to make sure that the child care facilities in KCMO have the funding for EpiPens. And that is something that she's diligently working on, and I believe they are coming to a conclusion very quickly. at the last hearing, our Casey Mayor Pro Tem Raina Perkshaw actually testified in support of this bill as well. And there is an ordinance that was passed in Kansas City that required child care facilities to have a similar plan of action, the one that we are proposing in Kansas City. That passed, I believe, 2 years ago. Please do not quote me on that. But it did pass, and she did come to testify in support. And with that, I will pass this over to Representative Ely if he has anything to add.
No, you did a fine job, Representative.
Okay, there you go. And with that, we'll take any questions.